spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in works by the Chinese writer Mr. Xuemo. And here we are, the topic and the theme. The core theme is mainly about the self-growth, inner strength, calmness, clarity, and a lot of more things here. And if you're interested in this kind of topic, you can subscribe to our channel. And in our live stream, we will introduce the Xuemo's works one by one. Yes. First, I'd like to share the book, which is the latest published, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart by Xuemo, Xuemo, Xuemo. Okay. Reclaim the throne of your heart. Reclaim the throne of your heart is about master your mind and master your destiny. So the theme is about the mind and about the heart. Let's see what Xuemo says about the mind. Sometimes in Chinese, maybe you can say it is the heart or the mind. So what is a heart? What is a heart? Of course, it is not the physical organ here, nor the chaotic mind, nor the complex constructs of Yogasara philosophy. Rather, it is the core of our subjectivity, our inner autonomy. Okay, you want to see that window? That one? Let me adjust the view here. Wait a second. It seems better, right? Okay. Reclaim the throne of your heart. Yeah. Hi, so many new friends here. Welcome wherever you are coming from. Please subscribe to our channel. Today we are talking about the mind and the nature of the mind. If you hope this can bring you the inner peace, and you will be aware of start to know what is the mind and the nature of the mind, so that we can master our mind, thus master our destiny. Hey Eva, hello, welcome. So throughout the ages, sages and masters have written volumes upon volumes about the heart. Yet for many in this era, the heart remains merely a word. And I have spoken extensively on the subject. The heart I speak of here is not the physical organ, nor the chaotic mind, nor the complex construct of Yogasara philosophy. Rather, it is the core of our subjectivity, our inner autonomy. Only a heart that is self-governing truly belongs to us. The heart is of two kinds, the true heart and the false heart. The heart that can act with autonomy is the true heart. The heart that cannot is called the false heart. When the tides of the times come surging in, many cannot remain centered. Their hearts fluctuate with the value systems of the age, swayed by prevailing trends and collective preferences. In Luminous Mahmudra, The Essence of Mind Training, I once wrote, she's she's doing the live stream every day, but in Chinese channels, in our local channels, not on YouTube. She is the very important host um, in our local channel. When the tides of the times comes surging in, many cannot remain centered. Their hearts fluctuate with the value systems of the age, swayed by prevailing trends and collective preference. Of course, she will come back. Eva, hi to the new ones here. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you may open your eyes wide and behold the smoke and slaughter blanketing the world. You may turn on the television and see the mangled bodies of children torn by terror and violence. You may look around and question the souls who have lost their spiritual sanctuaries. You may quiet your breath and search for the greed that scorched your soul. Indeed, you, I, and all of us need a breeze of coolness. The smile of a wise one, a trace of a serene transcendence, a gentle tolerance wrapped in humility. Hi, Alpha Driva. Hello, welcome. We aren't asking it because we love both of you so much, but we are just missing it. It's been so long night, right? Yeah, it's been so long, and this is the first day she can have a rest. She will be back to the live stream soon. When I speak of letting the heart belong to yourself, I mean cultivating a truly autonomous heart. I spent 20 years in retreat practicing luminous Mahamudra, teaching of the Shampakagu lineage, before I could say that I truly had a clear, cool heart that belonged to myself. This book shares some of the insights I gained along that spiritual journey. For those who do not have the opportunity or time to enter retreat, this book offers a reference, a spark of inspiration, a glimpse into another path of awakening. Although the perspectives in this book originate from religious wisdom, they transcend religion. For those tormented by inner afflictions in the modern world, its teaching can offer genuine relief. Among my students have been individuals with terminal illness, depressions, those in despair, those struck by severe life blows, and those who have faced countless hardships. After reading my works, many found solace from suffering. Some even attained awakening, saw their true nature, and entered the path of Mahamudra, becoming individuals with truly self-governing hearts. Hey, love you too, Eva. Thank you for your support. Hi, Peter. Hello, welcome again. Um, Currently, we are talking about the mind or the heart. The reason I named this series the Spiritual Yoga series is that my writings embody the spirit of self-mastery. If I were a computer running a program of wisdom and you were another computer seeking such a program, then my words would serve as the data cable between us. Through this transfer, something essential is passed on, and that is why many readers, by simply reading my books, have found release from suffering. In Chinese history, there have been many who attained realization simply by chanting scriptures. The principle is the same. One great master once said, for one who has realized emptiness, the words that flow from his realization are no different from the Dharma body of the Buddha giving teachings. This is known as the wisdom Dhammakaya manifesting in the form of words. For those with karmic affinity, I also encourage the further study of the Shampakagu Mahamudra Yoga, which has been praised as pure as gold. When I first encountered it 12 years ago, I was astounded by its profundity. After 2 decades of disciplined cultivation, I realized that what I had initially received was only the key to a great treasure trove. Without those 20 years of practice, the key would have remained just a key. But with those years, I have now entered the vault and seen its priceless treasures. This is a form of wisdom and science deeply needed by today's world and humanity. I have made a vow to share this treasure with the world to benefit as many people as possible. Therefore, even for those with a karmic connection, simply reading a book grounded in right view and wisdom can bring freedom from suffering and the attainment of joy. And for those who do not necessarily follow any religion, the correct view and wisdom conveyed in this book remain equally vital. A heart nourished with deeper insight will, without doubt, grow stronger. And if you have any opinion or the topic you want to talk about, leave your message here. Yeah, Peter, sorry, the microphone is still cracking. Sorry about that. For general yoga practitioners, the right view presented here will serve as a powerful aid in their practice. For any cultivation without right view can never reach true fulfillment. Only when the heart is pure can true merit arise. People often speak of merit, but true merit is the natural reaction to one's actions. Just as striking wood with force causes pain in your hand, this is the reaction force of the action. Everything arises from action. When you do good, you will receive good in return. When you do evil, you will receive negative results. As the saying goes, you reap what you sow. Some people refrain from doing good deeds or helping others, believing there is no benefit to them. In reality, they fail to understand that good deeds bring good reactions and evil deeds bring negative consequences. These effects may not always be immediately apparent, but they exist and subtly shape the course of one's life. Take Leo Tolstoy, for example. He was not only a great writer, but also a man of profound compassion. His virtuous character was deeply embedded in his works, elevating them to timeless masterpieces. This greatness cannot be attributed to literary skill alone. In contrast, many upon their death leave no lasting impact, like flies passing through the void or the fleeting bloom of a night blooming cerise, leaving no trace behind. To truly grasp this, one must be guided by the right view, for even as ascetic meditational practice requires the illumination of right view. Consider this: if you have a friend who is a liar and you come to firmly believe that he is deceitful, this understanding usually shapes your perspective. With this view, you no longer trust his words, and in that realization, you are freed from his influence. Similarly, when you come to see that the world and the cycle of samsara are vast illusions marked by impermanence and devoid of inherent self-nature, like a fleeting dream, this understanding becomes your right view. Once you hold this view, the world loses its power to tempt you, and there is nothing left to cling to. This is the essence of right view. Furthermore, true merit arises from a pure mind. My view is why I'm doing the volunteer here, because Xuemo's view interprets what I deeply believe in. So I don't have so many good words to express, so that you he has already expressed that, and he has expressed all what I think I truly believe. So I think his words also are also what my thought. I'm answering you, TGR. Xuemo's writing, Xuemo's philosophy is also what I deeply believe in. That's why I'm here to, as a volunteer. So his words is my thoughts. Otherwise, I won't be here, right? And his words express far more, far better than I can express. So I think the best way to transfer the good philosophy is, use his quotes, his paragraphs. So true merit arises from a pure mind. When you perform good deeds with a mind that is free from attachment and selfish intent, you cultivate merit. However, if your mind is not pure, tainted by desires or ulterior motives, you will only accrue blessings, not merit. There is a story that goes like this. A kind man offered food to the gods daily. Moved by his devotion, the gods descended and offered him anything he desired, wealth, power, or glory. But the kind man replied that he sought none of these. He wished only for purity of heart and happiness without asking for anything in return. The gods would then said, "What you seek is called pure happiness, something even we cannot possess or bestow upon you." Why? Because pure happiness does not come from external sources or supernatural powers. It arises from the radiance of one's own pure and luminous heart. To attain it, one must transcend attachment to external objects and desires. Only by transcending these attachments can one experience ultimate liberation. True achievers are free from all attachments, including attachment to the wisdom of liberation itself. Yet they will never lose or forget the truth they have realized. For example, if someone knows that 1 plus 1 equals 2, this knowledge remains unshaken. Whether he is farting, sneezing, or ill, the truth of 1 plus 1 equals 2 stays with him. No matter how he manifests outwardly, it doesn't diminish his realization or his greatness. Your question: how does life change through meditation? Does it actually change life? And in what way should we meditate? Then you can read the book The World is a Reflection of the World first, and then you can read Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. First, you should have the right view, and then you can take all these methods into action from the book. Hi, Sean. Hello. So read Xuemo's works and you can maybe you can find the answer, TJR. Hi, Sean. Six. We are sharing the book Reclaim the Throne. So confused by my answer. So I recommend you to read Xuemo's works. So you will know. You have to do some training on your mind to change your destiny. And this kind of training, you can find it in Xuemo's books, like Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. You can order the Kindle edition, and it is very easy for you to yeah. So there is a saying in Tibetan, a saint performs earthly affairs, but his heart remains holy. Though he may engage in the daily tasks of the world like any ordinary person, he is ever immersed in his own radiant, pure nature, untouched by worldly concerns, free from any worry or attachment. Therefore, one must cultivate a pure mind to generate true merit. But it is essential not to become attached to the pure mind itself. Our task is simply to recognize the true mind and then abide in it. When you abide in the true mind, all of your actions become the wondrous expression of that mind, naturally generating positive reactions and merits. However, one must be especially vigilant not to mistake nihilistic emptiness for the true mind. To abide in nihilistic emptiness is like being a stone. No matter how still or undisturbed for hundreds or thousands of years, no merit arises and enlightenment remains unattainable. Many people often confuse blessed virtue with meritorious virtue, yet they are fundamentally different. Blessings are typically utilitarian, tied to desires for personal gain, such as wealth, rewards, or longevity. When one seeks these, the mind is not pure, as desires and attachments cloud it. For instance, some may pray to Avalokitesvara Buddha for financial gain, saying, I want to earn 10 million next year, while others may ask for their family's longevity, wishing for them to live 100 years. These are examples of seeking blessings or blessed virtues. However, when you let go of these desires and your mind is pure, the good deeds you perform will generate true merit or meritorious virtues, free from attachment and the selfish intent. Many people, despite being wealthy and having performed numerous good deeds throughout their lives, fail to generate true merit because their hearts are not free from attachment. When the mind is pure and free from recognition or blessing, their actions will naturally produce genuine merit. For example, when Tolstoy founded his school, he did not seek fame or a good reputation. Yet he was widely recognized and praised. This is the natural reaction to selfless action, the karmic force that flows from pure intention. True merit is not something to be sought after. It flows effortlessly from a heart committed to genuine compassion and altruism. If your mind is very pure when engaging in actions, you may generate merit. Merit exists in the attainment of enlightenment, but we do not do meditational practice for the sake of merit alone. True meditational practice is an end in itself, not a means to an external goal. When you seek something, you may receive blessings, which the world understands as good rewards, such as health, peace, or wealth. However, if your mind remains pure and unattached to these blessings, and you make a great vow to benefit others, you may still generate true merit. However, sometimes merit is necessary, as it accumulates a form of nourishment for your meditation practice. For instance, when a person frequently gives alms and makes offerings, it may seem that they have given everything away to others. Yet, due to the law of karma, the natural reaction of one's actions, they still retain. In a spiritual sense, everything they have offered, the act of giving does not deplete them, but instead, through the karmic force, returns to us to support and enrich their meditational practice. So, how can we discern whether our actions have generated merit? The signs of merit manifest as follows. First, a reduction in attachment. Second, a diminishing of greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy. Third, a purification of the mind. And fourth, a deepening of compassion and a genuine desire to benefit others. In other words, first, wisdom becomes increasingly clear. Second, concentration steadily deepens. And third, the mind is no longer swayed or tempted by worldly things. Among these, the most crucial aspect is breaking through attachment. For true merit lies in the release of attachment. Blessings manifest as worldly rewards, such as recent good fortune or smooth progress in work. Merit, however, takes the form of transcendental blessings. This means not being attached to the outcomes of your actions, working diligently on something, yet remaining unmoved if it fails. True merit is found in freedom from attachment to success or failure. Allowing the mind to remain serene and unaffected. Let's take offering as an example. If your mind is free from the concepts of the provider, the reception and the offering itself, and you do not cling to the idea of accumulating merit, then true merit will naturally arise. In this way, no matter what you do, you shall remain unattached. It is the absence of attachment that allows merit to flow effortlessly beyond the confines of ego and expectation. The realization of the true nature of the mind and the awakening of wisdom during meditational practice are also signs of the generation of merit. Some people are able to cultivate both merit and blessings simultaneously when they perform acts of kindness without any desire for merit. However, if one's motivation is solely to seek merit, they will only generate blessings not true merit. True merit arises from selfless actions, free from attachment and expectation. For instance, a writer who does not seek merit or virtue may still generate both through the impact of their work if their writings inspire goodness, bring clarity and peace to the world, and guide people toward the truth. The positive actions and influence that arises from these works create a karmic reaction. As a result, the writer accumulates both merit and virtue. When these good deeds continue and multiply, they create a Matthew effect, amplifying the writer's merit and virtue even further as their contributions ripple through the lives they touch. Okay, so thank you for being here. Thank you for your company. I need to go for lunch, dinner.